dancing skills and now even for her matcha. She has very recently co-founded Brie Matcha with us and she's here with us. Hi, good morning Sania, lovely to have you. Also with
Good
us
morning.
is Siddharth Shah, the co-founder, and we'll try and get a word from him as well on what exactly is happening with Brie. But Sania, let me give you the first word. Oh, by the way, is that matcha that you're sipping on?
In fact, this is my morning drink, which is a mixture of matcha and coffee. I mix both of them together.
This is not scripted, you guys. This is not how we
Not
planned it to go.
scripted at all.
This is just how it has been.
Groundbreaking.
But let's start with talking about matcha. Sania, in your own words, because you're such a fan and like I said, you've invested now in the whole project, in the brand as well. For those of our viewers who don't understand matcha at all, do you have an introduction?
Matcha is, the simple description of it is it's powdered green tea with multiple health benefits. It obviously has caffeine, but it has this amino acid which is called the L-theanine, which gives you a very focused, very relaxed energy flow.
Ah,
beautifully said.
that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, and also it's very beautiful looking drink. It has a very umami, like a very soft umami flavor, which I don't think so any other caffeinated drink has. You know, it's very unique.
Lovely.
Indeed.
And I was reading that I was reading Buddhist monks used to drink it to get better focus in their meditation. So
they called it what's called calm energy.
Which is so lovely.
Yes.
Yeah, which
Different
is
from
like the hit of a caffeine, but not something that gives you jitters, but actually calms you down in the same process, which I thought is the most beautiful thing.
But different still from green tea. So we'll Siddharth, walk us through exactly that. So tell us, we know that right now some of the best green matcha that you can get comes from Japan. They've perfected this shade growing process, and that's really what allows the quality to be very good, for the color to be vibrant. Tell us about what happens in Brie. How did you go about sourcing your matcha? What does high quality matcha look like to you? Tell us a little.
Sure. So, like you said, matcha is a form of green tea. It's grown through a special process which is called the shaded process, which is where the plant actually extracts maximum minerals from the soil. And for Brie, we specifically went to a active volcanic region in Japan, which is called Kagoshima, which is naturally very rich volcanic soil. This helps us grow, and the climatic conditions there, of course, helps us grow the best form of organic matcha that is available.
I see, interesting. But you know, when it comes to matcha, there are two kinds of people. There are ones who treat it like a ritual, who will get up and there's like a matcha station and you have to go through the whole process in a particular way, and they're suckers for it. Yeah, high five on that one. and then there are others who want matcha in a bag, matcha in a frappe, matcha on their cake, on their pancakes, on their waffles. There are different ways in which people are doing it. So Sania and I clearly are the OG sort of ritual sucker matchas, matcha lovers. But could you tell us then, Sania, how does it evolve? How do you take it to the masses with this brand that you're really growing? How does one ensure that, you know, the essence is not lost in the so-called Indianized or Indianizing of matcha?
I think no, we should let that be, because as I said, matcha has so many health benefits. I do like to mix matcha in my oats and my pancakes, in my protein shake, because of the health benefits that matcha offers. I love the ritual of it because I really think that making a cup of matcha is a mindfulness activity for me. I even have a matcha station at home, and also a form of, I don't know, I just love making matcha for my friends and my family. Whenever someone comes home, the whole ritual of taking my set out and whisking the matcha is such a mindfulness activity. It shows that you're really putting in all the effort and love into making something. So, but to make it more massy, I think if you want to get used to the taste of it, then maybe try mixing it with, you know, the beverage that you like. Mixing it with coffee also helps, because you will you would really see the difference. Like I mix it with my coffee and I don't feel the jitters because of the L-theanine in the green tea. It really makes me feel Zenergy, not the anxiety that you might get after having coffee. In Brie Matcha, we call this energy, the calm focus, the energy that you were talking about. But make it more massy. If you want to add it to your pancakes, please go ahead. But do try to make it the right way, because it's, as you guys were saying, that it's ceremonial. It has, it's just the way you're making it makes it more special.
Yeah. A lot of people say that about coffee as well, that they have a particular way in which they approach the whole process.
100%.
It does something for them.
Yeah.
Siddharth, we're going to ask you a little bit of a businessy question now. Tell us, when you're looking at a company and whether you want to put real money behind something, especially a phenomenon in the food industry like this, what are your markers of when something is a passing phase versus something that's here to stay?
So to be direct with matcha, I never really thought it's a passing phase because, like you said in your introduction, this has all the tags that are required, not just to make this product viral, to make this as a lifestyle. And that is what we are doing at Brie. Apart from that, I think the general markers that we normally follow are looking at the industry data, looking at the potential within the markets that we want to be in, and just combining them with our strengths.
I see. Can I also then sort of get to understand both of yours personal matcha journey then? Everybody perhaps remembers the first time they had their matcha. And to be honest, it is an acquired taste. It's like kombucha. It takes a while for you to really understand what it does to you. Sanya, you want to take us through, do you remember when you had your first cup?
Yes. I was a huge coffee drinker. I can have my coffee now because of matcha. But I realized that I was feeling anxious and jittery and a slight bloating as well. I realized that coffee might be increasing my cortisol levels in the morning. And I completely stopped having coffee. But as I said, I really like the ritual of making myself a cup of something in the morning. A friend of mine suggested that I should try matcha, and I did. And I saw a huge difference. I saw less bloating, no jitters, this calm, focused energy flow throughout the day. There were no crashes. And I had matcha the right way. I just had it with water. And later on, I, of course, started experimenting with recipes because I was also trying to convert all my friends into matcha drinkers. And as we all know that it's an acquired taste, it took them time. Everyone used to be like, no, maybe it's not my thing. But they used to come back asking for more. So there are multiple recipes that I tried, and I've successfully converted almost all my friends and family. My parents drink matcha every day. We make matcha lattes together. And they all could see that this has not just, it doesn't only give you the energy that a caffeinated drink gives. It's giving them something, more focused, more relaxed sort of energy. And this started 2 years back, and I think 1.5 years back, I shared this. I don't know, I wanted to get the right kind of product in India, the perfect ceremonial blend. And I shared this idea with my manager saying that why don't we source our matcha? And then Asenza said, and Dr. Kunal, everyone came on board and made this dream of mine come true.
How lovely. Can I then ask the same question to Sid as well, and perhaps something that viewers are going to be sort of thinking right now कि आपने तो पैसा लगाया, आप तो अच्छी बातें करेंगे ही matcha के बारे में, but tell us the truth behind how big the market is. How is it expanding? Is it limited to a particular generation, or do you see adoption across?
I see adoption across. I have actually, within the family as well, we've started seeing matcha being obviously, it's more popular with the Gen Zs. They pick up on health trends faster than anybody else does, really. The matcha market right now in India stands at about 450 odd crores. Wow. Touted to go up to 850 crores by 2030.
That includes all beverages and bakery goods too, or just companies that are selling just the powder? Oh wow!
Yes, it does. It's all across. And right now, the major consumption is in food, like you rightly said, but it's changing rapidly. And I think the industry analysts are going to find this numbers going for a toss very, very soon, because the way this has been picking up, the way we have been getting response, the love for matcha is real. And I think the most important factor that's fueling that is the versatility of the drink in itself. Like you said, you can mix it in pancakes, you can mix it in a mango matcha latte, which is my personal favorite these days. It's really, it envisions your mood, really. Whatever your mood is, matcha can.
That's okay. So I want to, Siddharth, very quickly, and I just want to come over, Sania, to you for this question also. We've been flirting with the idea of, okay, matcha ne kaise coffee ko replace kiya. We've also brought up green tea, but I just want to very clearly lay out for our audiences what the differences are between green tea, matcha and coffee. Just so we have it very clear, there are some advantages, as we were just telling our audiences, to drinking matcha over the other two. What are they?
It has antioxidants.
Yeah.
It has amino acid called L-theanine.
Yes. And it does have caffeine, but less
it does
than
have
coffee,
caffeine.
Right?
Yeah, less than coffee. And because of the L-theanine, you would not feel the jitters that you might feel after having coffee. So, and L-theanine is the favorite ingredient in matcha that really converted me into a matcha drinker. So it gives you a very focused, very calm energy.
A grounded taste is what I
Yeah.
Siddharth?
Yes. So to explain to your audience, green tea has very, very minimal caffeine. Matcha has more caffeine than green tea. And then there is coffee, which is a pure burst of caffeine. But matcha comes with L-theanine, and this helps you focus and avoid the jitters. So that's the reason we call matcha as sustained calm energy.
Yeah.
Got it. This discussion is getting a little bit serious, so I'm gonna just
yes.
So before we sort of wrap it up and we have last few minutes, I do want to understand your favorite matcha moment. And Sania, we've been looking at all your reels on how you matcha before workout, after workout, and then in middle sometimes, and then yeah, all of it. And that's what I really want to understand. And if I can sort of point this out as well, that Siddharth, one of the criticisms that a lot of D2C brands have these days is that the quality check perhaps is not there. And any true matcha lover will tell you that you can tell. You can tell when it's powdery.
Clearly, and you have been able to tell.
Yes. You know, Toya knows this about me. We have this discussion almost every morning. So, you know, you can tell. So, how are you going to ensure that the quality actually maintains and, you know, the matcha legacy is really respected here, since I'm really like speaking like I'm holding the flag for it over here. Siddharth, to you first, and I'll give a closing comment to Sania.
Sure. So at Essenza Nutrition, we've been doing this for almost 14 years now, ensuring clean label and label certified products. So this is what we continue to do really with matcha as well. Right from identifying the right source to getting it to India packed in a bottle and confirming what's there on the label. We've stringent quality measures at every step to ensure that we are preserving the matcha culture.
Got it. Sania, so many celebrities these days have put their name, their money behind brands. It could be beauty products, cosmetic products. You have spoken about health and wellness so many times. This is one of those. Are we going to see more of these coming up your alley, or this is just for matcha lovers?
No, I think it's same. With my films, I am a very passion-driven girl. Like if I'm passionate about a project, I go for it. And matcha is my passion, just like you, Sonal. Like I made sure that the green of the matcha looked nice.
The two green people are both in love with matcha.
Yeah.
The umami texture of it was correct. So our products are brilliant. And I hope you get to try our ceremonial and our everyday matcha someday. Please do try, and you would really love it. As a matcha lover, I can 100% be assured that you will definitely like our product. But for now, I just want to focus on Brie Matcha and also all the other lovely films that I'm doing and the films that are going to release this year. So I'm quite passionate about it. I don't want to divide my attention right now. So for now, it's only Brie.
All right then, to matcha, to dancing, to passion, and to a lot of more products coming in our way, and to ensuring that the right quality actually hits the market. Thank you both for joining us. Happy Matcha morning to you.
Thank you.